Good morning to everyone. Dear student, in the previous video we had completed exercise 3.1 and 3.2 from the chapter number 3. Exercise 3.1 and exercise 3.2 was completed. Now in this video we are going to see exercise 3.2, which is based on the graph. Here you have to draw the graph according to the question, and in your max copy also you have to stick the graph paper. First you have to draw the graph in a graph paper, and then you have to stick in your max copy, as you people are doing in the last year in the same day. So what the first question from exercise 3.3 chapter number 3 data handling of class 7 says: use the bar graph, see the given figures to answer the following question. Which is the most popular pet? How many animals have a dog as a pet? So dear student, here a graph you can see on the screen. A very clear graph is given. This one is which axis? X axis. This one is Y axis. Here the name of pet is given on the X axis, while the number of students who like the respective pets or animals are given on the Y axis. So how many students going to like dog? That is 8 students. How many students going to like cats? That is 10 students. How many students going to like the rabbit? That is 2 students. While how many students going to like the hamsters? That is 6 students. Clear? How many students going to like the other pet? That is how many? 4 students. Okay, have you understood up to here? Now here you have to see the graph. The graph is given in the question itself, and while seeing the graph you have to answer the following question. So from this graph the question arises: which is the most popular pet? So which is the most popular pet whose graph you can see as the maximum? So this cat is the most popular, as the students likes the cat. Number of students who likes the cat is 10. So the most popular pet is cat. Clear? Then in the B part, how many children have dog as a pet? So number of students who are liking the dog as a pet are how many? That is 8 students. So have you understood the question number 1? So in this way you have to see the graph and then you have to answer. Answer is being given over here. Since the bar graph representing the cats is the tallest, that means the student who likes the most. Cat is the most popular pet. And in the B part answer, the number of children having the dog as a pet is 8. Clear? So this is a very small question and a small answers also. Nothing you have to do. You have to just see the graph and answer the following question. Now look at in question number 2. What is being given here? Read the bar graph. See the given figure which shows the number of books sold by a bookstores during 5 consecutive years and answer the following questions. That follows. You have to answer. That means again you have to see the graph which is given in the question number 2, and then you have to answer the following question. So before reading out the question, just see what is said in the graph. So first, as we know that this is the x-axis, this one is the y-axis. Clear? Scale is given as, in the question itself, scale is given as 1 centimeter is equals to 100 books. This is given. Okay, here in this y-axis number of books are given, and in this years are given in the x-axis. So in 1989 how many books are there? That is, it is between 100, more than 100 but less than 200. Then 1990 the number of books is 500. Then 1991 300, 1992 200, more than 200, less than 300. And in 1993 the number of books are, that is 600. Okay, so this is the graph with the scale. Now what is asked in the question? About how many books were sold in the year 1989, 1990 and 1992. That means three years is respectively 3 years is given, and you have to look the graph. Then you have to answer that how many books were sold in the year 1989, 1990, 1992. Okay. Then question number 2. In which year were about 475 books sold? About 200 225 books were sold. That means in which year? As I told you that suppose in the year 1989, the graph is between less than 200 but more than 100, like that I said, no? That's why here 475, because it is more than 400 but less than 500, that's why. So we have to name the year. Then in the third part of the question, in which years were fewer than 250 books sold? That means in the fewer, that means what? Less than 250 books were sold. So if less than 250 books were sold in which year? That is asked in question number third part of question number 2. Then fourth question, can you explain how you would estimate the number of books sold in the 1989? Here, as I told you that the year is the number of books sold is less than 200 but more than 100, isn't it? You can see the graph clearly, it is between. I can draw and show you. Suppose this is a 200, okay, here 100 and this is 0. Here it will be 200, that means between 200 and 100 which number will come? 150 will come, but you can see the graph is more than 150 but less than 200. That is only the asked in the question here. Clear? You have to estimate that. So you know how to estimate. You people had studied the class 6th estimations. Now let's see the answers of this. One by one we are going to see the answer. So what is the first question? In the year 1989, 1990 and 1992, how many books were sold? So in the year 1989, 175 books were sold. In the year 1990, 475 books were sold, and in the year 1992, 225 books were sold. Clear? Now you will ask me, teacher, from where we get that 225? As I told you, the graph, suppose the first is 1989 and the second one is 100, like that it is. The graph is like this only, na? This is x-axis, this one is y-axis. If suppose the first 1989 is like this, the graph, here it is 150 at the center, little bit 150, more than 150. So 200, 100 और 150, और 150 से थोड़ा सा ऊपर है ग्राफ, तो 150 के थोड़े से ऊपर में क्या होगा? 175 होगा. That what said in the question. That's why it is written in the year 1989, 174 books were sold, 75 books were sold. In 1990, 475 books were sold. In 1992, 225 books were sold. Clear? Now, in the second part of the question, it is asked that you have to tell in which year 475 books were sold and in which year 225 books were sold. So you have to name the year. By seeing the graph only you can know. So 475 books were sold in the year 1990 and 225 books were sold in the year 1992. Don't get confused children. This answers you will get from the graph only. ग्राफ में सब कुछ प्लॉट है, वहाँ पर आपको देख करके सारे आंसर्स आपको बताने हैं. Then from the graph it can be concluded that in the year 1989 and 1992 the number of books sold were less than 250. That means in question number 3rd of question number 2 it is said that fewer number of books were sold in which year? Less number of books were sold in which year? That is less than 250. So less than 250 books were sold in the year 1989, that is 175, and in 1992 I think 100 books were sold. We can see in the graph. So in the 1992 the books were sold as less than 250. So you can see that 1989 books were sold as 175, 1992 books were sold as more than 230 books were sold. Okay. Then question 4th of second. From the graph it can be concluded that the number of books sold in the year 1989 is about 1 and 3/4 part of 1 centimeter. We know that the scale is being taken as 1 centimeter is equals to 100 books. So we have to take it at So here we have to show this unit is being given. Okay, so 100 plus, as 1 centimeter is equals to 100 books, so 100 plus 3 by 4 into 100 it will be. So 100 plus, here it will be get cancelled, 1 time is 75, 75 into 3 will be how much? 75. So addition of 100 and 175, addition of 100 and 75 will be 175. Therefore, about 175 books were sold in the year 1989. Clear all of you? Next question number 3 we are having on the screen. Here what is said, the number of children in 6 different classes are given below. Represent the data on a bar graph. So dear student, here what you have to do, you have to utilize the graph paper. You have to draw the graph on a graph paper. So here a class is given, okay, the number of children is also given. So using the graph paper you have to draw a graph on x-axis as well as the y-axis, and scale, that means unit, you can take according to your wish. Okay, now number of children and class, suppose this x-axis carry the classes and y-axis will carry the number of student. Clear? Now in this way we are going to draw the graph. I will show you how to draw. How would you choose a scale? This question is asked from students, thus which scale you are going to choose? Answer. Then B part question, which class has the maximum number of children and the minimum number of children? So by seeing the data we can analyze which is the maximum number of student and minimum number of students. So here we can see that the class 10th student is having the minimum number of student. Here minimum number of students in class 10th is 80, and maximum number of students, which is the largest student we are having, that is in class 5th, is the maximum number of students we are having in class 5th. This is the answer of B first part. Now in the second part it is said that find the ratio of the students of class 6 to the student of class 8. So 6th class students ratio we have to see from the 8th class student. So what is the strength of 6th class student? That is 120 is to what is the strength of 8th class student? That is 100, isn't it? So what is the strength of class 6th is 120 and class 8th is 100. Now as we know that the ratio A is to B is equals to A upon B. So 120 divided by 100. So 0 0 will get cancelled. In table of 2 12 will get cancelled 6 times, and table of 2 10 will get cancelled as 5 times. So what is the ratio we are giving? 6 is to 5. This is the ratio. Understood everyone? Now this is the question explanation. Now look the answer. Since first it is asked to draw the graph, so here we are going to see the graph, how to draw. Take a graph paper, okay, draw the x-axis and y-axis. This will be x-axis, this will be y-axis. Unit you can take according to your own wish. You can consider 1 centimeter is equals to 100 student also. Don't take 100 students. 1 centimeter can be taken as 10 children, 20 children, 25 children. Depends on you. Okay, scale you can choose with your own. Then mark here this side on y-axis, mark the number of students as here it is marked. Then on x-axis mark the class. Class, that means class 5th, class 6th, class 7th, class 8th, 9th and 10th, like this. Okay. Then in the class 5th how many strength is there? That is largest strength is 135. So draw the graph from 135. You know now how to draw the graph. Then in class 6 what is the strength we are having? That is strength is 120. So draw the graph up to 120. Then in the 7th class what is the strength we are having? 100. So draw the. So here the graph is being given. You have to just see the graph and draw it in your graph paper. Understood everyone? Now what is asked in the question A part? What the scale we have chosen? The scale is chosen by us as 1 unit is equals to 10 children. You can choose any other unit or scale. That 1 unit or 1 scale is equals to how many students if you want. If you want 10, 25, depends on you. So here we had chosen 1 unit is equals to 10 students, because we can represent a more clearly difference between the number of students of class 7th and that of class 9th. That's why we had chosen here 1 unit is equals to 10 children. Or understood everyone? Then after, thus B part, since the bar graph representing the number of children for number for class 5th is the tallest means the maximum, there are maximum number of children in the class 5th. Similarly, the bar graph representing the number of children for class 10th is the smallest means the minimum, there are minimum number of children in class 10th. That I had already told you the answer while explaining you the question, isn't it? The number of students in class 6th is 120 and the number of students in class 8th is 100. This also you know. Then ratio, you know that 120 upon 100, cancelling the ratios, we will get the answers of class 6th student and class 10th student in the ratio form, that is 6:5. So what will be the ratio? That is 6:5. Clear everyone? So this is the completion of answer question number 5th. Now question number 4. The performance of student in first term and second terms is given. Draw a double bar graph choosing appropriate scale and answer the following. Subject, here double bar graph we have to draw because first term and second term marks is given out of 100 and subjects are English, Hindi. Then here math is written, MOET is written, but it will be math, MATHS. Then science and general science. First term the students 67 and second term 70 in English. Hindi they got first term 72, then second term 65, like that the marks is given. Now here we have to answer the following question, that in which subject has the children improve his performance the most? Means comparing the first term and the second term, where the improvement is more, you can see. The improvement we can see in this English subject also, English, Maths, then science and social. So here in science how many marks is increases? 4 marks is increases. General science increases 2 marks, isn't it? Then here in the subject 3 marks is increases. So more number of marks is increases in math, isn't it? From 88 to 95. So math, the children had improved their performance the most, is the answer. In which subject is the improvement the least? सबसे कम किस सब्जेक्ट में इम्प्रूवमेंट हुआ? दैट कैन बी जनरल साइंस एंड इंग्लिश. हैज़ द परफॉर्मेंस गॉन डाउन इन एनी सब्जेक्ट? Yes, the performance goes down in the subject Hindi from 72 in the first term and second term they got 65, that's why. So here we are first, as it is told that using the above data we have to draw the bar graph. So indicating the colors, first term will indicate the yellow color while second color indicate the green color. You have to take a graph paper, draw the x-axis and the y-axis. Now you will ask me again, teacher, which is the x-axis? So dear student, this is the x-axis, here it will be a y-axis, this is the unit and symbol which you have to choose. Okay, then subject you have to mention in the x-axis while marks you have to mention in the y-axis. So marks will start from 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. And how many subjects are there? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subjects are there: English, Hindi, Maths, Science and Social Science. Now in the first term they got 65, so it will be marked between 65 and second term it will be 70. Then Hindi from 72 then decreases to 65. Okay, so above data, the data which is given here, using this data you have to mark it. Clear everyone? Now answer, what the answer is given. There was a maximum increase in the marks obtained in maths. Yes, of course the maximum marks obtained compared to other subject is which subject? Mathematics. Therefore the children has improved his performance the most in math. From the graph it can be concluded that the improvement was least in the general science, as I told you beforehand while explaining you the question. From the graph it can be observed that the performance in Hindi has gone down. Sorry. So this is the question which I had, this is the answer which I had already explained you while teaching you the question, while explaining you the question. Now again the next question we are having. Consider this data collected from a survey of a colony. So here a survey is being collected in the colony. Favorite sports: cricket, basketball, swimming, hockey and athletics. While the number of people we are going to watch and participate. Some are interested in watching, isn't it? Some are interested in participating. So number of people who are going to watch cricket is 1240, while they are participating are 620. Like that the data is being given. Sorry. After draw a double bar graph using an appropriate scale. What do you infer from the bar graph? That means what you are getting information from the bar graph, it is asked. Which sports is the most popular sports? So comparing the data, you can say that watching cricket is the most popular, as well as from participating also cricket is the most favorite sports for the people. Which is more preferred, watching or participating in sports? You can compare the data. Watching is most preferred by the people as comparing to participating, isn't it? Now using this data you have to draw this bar graph which is given on the screen. Draw a bar graph for the following data is as follows. So here x-axis and y-axis is being drawn in the graph paper. Taking a graph paper, you have to draw an x-axis as well as y-axis. Then on the top you have to write the scale, that is 1 centimeter is equals to how many people? 100 people are there, isn't it? Since here it is a double bar graph, you have to use both the data. So first here starting, here sports name will be there. This side on the y-axis number of people or person. Okay, then first is cricket. Number of people going to participate is 1200. Watching and participants are 620. So here it will be 0, 100, 200, 300, 400. Like this we are going to mark and draw the graph. Clear? So this is the graph. Here as the question asks, the double bar graph represent the number of people who likes watching and participating in different sports. It can be observed that the most of the people likes watching and the participating in cricket, while the least number of people like watching and participating in athletics. From the bar graph, it can be observed that the bar representing the number of people who likes watching and participating in cricket is the tallest among all the tallest, that means maximum, more. Hence the cricket is the most popular. The bar graph gives the information about representing watching sports are longer than the bar graph representing participating in sports. Hence watching different types of sports is more preferred by the people as compared to participating in that sports. Clear? Now again we are having here question number 6 and question number 7. So dear student, this question number 6 and 7 we are going to do tomorrow. For today's, thank you everyone, and if you are having any doubt can ask me through my WhatsApp number. So for today, thank you.